everyone, Shirley here. Welcome to today's discussion about getting a return on the investment you make in professional associations. We all belong to them, but are they worth the time and money we invest in them? How do you even begin to calculate the ROI? What should you expect from your professional association, especially in the GovCon market? And what are your responsibilities to ensure you are making the most of your investment? To help me sort through these issues, I reached out to Tina Jordan, Vice President of Membership at AFCEA International. Welcome, Tina.
Hi, Shirley. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure having you, Tina. Please tell our audience a little about yourself and AFCEA International.
Sure. I spent more than 20 years in the IT industry. 15 of those years, I was a volunteer with AFCEA International. AFCEA is a member-based nonprofit association which focuses on IT professionals who support federal customers around the world addressing global security needs. AFCEA has more than 30,000 individual members and over 1,500 corporate members organized in regions and chapters in 30 countries. 7 years ago, I decided to leave industry, and I came to work on staff at AFCEA. So now I get to do this full-time.
Well, aren't you lucky? Thank you, Tina. It is the goal of many professional associations to help their members grow their businesses. And that is the goal and expectation of the members. Help us with business development, which is very challenging in the federal marketplace. Many founders and CEOs of small GovCons that I work with complain that they don't see a return on their investment in their professional associations. So, Tina, in what ways do good professional associations help their members win contracts and increase the value of their business in the federal marketplace?
I would say there's 4 ways: branding, informing, connecting, and engaging. Businesses join associations to help with their marketing and branding. For instance, we at AFCEA have our corporate directory. This highlights all of our corporate members, and it includes the corporate members' business focus, products and services, NAICS code, key contact information, etc. The corporate directory is accessible by anyone, but you must be a corporate member to be highlighted in it. The directory gets more than 5,000 unique hits per month, and these are from government and military customers, as well as businesses looking to partner. And we have a great story of a small business that joined AFCEA on a Thursday. Our team helped it to get its profile completed in the corporate directory on Friday, and by Monday, this company had an NDA waiting for them from a company that was working on a proposal over the weekend and found this new corporate member through a keyword search in our directory.
That is an incredible story, Tina, and shows the value of marketing communications. So what do you mean by informing?
Associations should help educate their members by providing information needed to help grow their business. One way to do this is by providing a procurement webinar series that informs corporate members about various contracting vehicles and programs that are coming out. The series should provide a substantial amount of valuable information that businesses must know when bidding on and thus winning contracts.
That's very valuable, too. So, Tina, can we surmise that professional associations in the GovCon market have an opportunity and a responsibility to help their members understand the complexity of operating a business successfully in the federal marketplace?
Absolutely. The federal marketplace can be quite confusing, and a good professional association helps its members navigate and make sense of that marketplace. They help members learn how to understand their customers' needs and follow the money, how to get in front of prospective customers to pitch a solution, product, or service, and how to successfully go after and win new business.
That is so important, especially for small companies desiring to grow in the federal sector. In what other ways can businesses see a return on their investment?
By connecting and engaging. The best professional associations do that through events and networking opportunities. For instance, we bring together military, government, industry, and academia for the ethical exchange of information, ideas, and solutions. Our events allow military and government leaders to discuss their technology needs publicly so businesses can align their solutions.
But can't businesses just go directly to federal decision makers to get that information? Why would a business attend a public event rather than having a private conversation?
Well, think of how many business development professionals are out there vying for those meetings with decision makers. And just because a business has a solution does not mean that every federal decision maker has a need for that solution. So it just makes sense for federal leaders to reach many more people through speaking at public events to discuss their needs. Then as part of that event, businesses who see a clear way to support those needs can connect with the speaker to discuss specific solutions or make arrangements for follow-on meetings.
You know, Tina, it has been my experience that if you connect with someone face-to-face at a public event and exchange business cards, it is much more productive to then follow up with them, remind them of your connection, then to ask to conduct a capability briefing. As a vendor, you can repeat back to them what you heard them say about their programs and needs, and then bridge to your solution, which is much more impactful. Many small government contractors are especially interested in networking.
Very true. Through networking at events, businesses are able to connect with the government and military customers to discuss products, services, and solutions. We have another great story from one of our former co-chairs of our Small Business Committee who says that he got his first $8 million contract through his engagement in AFCEA.
Wow. Can you elaborate on that? How did this small business use his professional association to win an $8 million contract?
Yes, sure. I love this story. Through AFCEA events and volunteering, this gentleman formed a trusted relationship with a BD executive at another company. That company had an opportunity with a government customer that they had pursued and shaped, but in the end could not access contractually because it came out as an 8A set-aside. Funds were expiring, and they needed to act or lose the work. So based on the trusted relationship formed through AFCEA, they quickly partnered to leverage this gentleman's company's 8A status and then won the work. The initial proof of concept was successful, which led to follow-on contracts, then to an expansion and new tasks across that customer. So this initial $8 million contract actually ended up turning into a $20 million book of business that continued for 10 years, all because of a trusted relationship that started through AFCEA engagement. And by the way, when the small business graduated and was no longer 8A, they leveraged another AFCEA-formed trust relationship to transition the work to another 8A.
This happens organically in the marketplace, but it appears that the process can be enhanced by meeting other companies through their professional associations. This last year has proven that we're all zoomed out, and there is nothing like a face-to-face conversation to bond with others, and we're all looking forward to that. Now, members also have a responsibility to participate actively. Tina, how can small government contractors best take advantage of the services and events offered through their professional associations?
That's a great question. I tell people that joining a professional association is like joining a gym. If you pay your annual fee and then don't know how to use the gym equipment, or you just don't go and work out, at the end of the year, you aren't going to achieve your fitness goals. Good professional associations help their members become and stay engaged. Some of the ways professional associations can achieve that is through corporate member briefings to educate members on how to best leverage their membership. The purpose is to help corporate members connect to their local chapters and to engage and to take advantage of all of the small business programs that their association has to offer. Another way to engage is through an association's communities that focus on affinity groups, such as professionals under the age of 40, women's groups, and groups focused on small businesses. There's a saying that you get out what you put in, and that is true. Businesses need to do more than just join, but hopefully the association they choose makes it easy for them to engage and help them to determine where to best lean in.
So, how can professional associations do that, help them lean in? Companies are in different stages of their life cycles and have diverse business models. What is good for one might not work for another.
Absolutely. So for new corporate members, a member of my team contacts them to discuss their goals and then aligns those goals with a tailor-made plan of action leveraging the various programs or benefits that AFCEA offers. For existing members who may just want a refresh in the conversation, they can attend our corporate member briefings, and we offer opportunities to engage with AFCEA staff to revisit goals and objectives and to tweak action plans as appropriate.
That's highly effective, Tina. I advise my GovCon clients who pay membership dues to be very strategic and purposeful. Make it clear to their staff that they must show a return on the investment the business is making. Staff members who attend events or are otherwise engaged must justify their involvement and report on the impact or business outcomes achieved through those associations. It keeps everyone focused on the ultimate goal, and that is to win profitable contracts. Once a member joins a professional association, should they get involved in the leadership of the association? If so, how should that be done?
Well, that depends a lot on what the member is looking to get out of the membership. If they really want to leverage their membership and have high-level conversations and influence the direction of the association, absolutely, they should get involved in leadership. They can do that by joining the board of directors, in our case, at the international or local chapter level. And also, members can get involved in committees. The best GovCon professional associations committees are comprised of the who's who of the industry. Committees should focus on cyber, homeland security, intelligence, small business, and technology, in addition to other emerging areas of importance to the defense and civil agencies. Committee members should engage military and government executives for strategy. They should write white papers for government agencies and should be highly sought after for their thought leadership. This is a great way to support the association while making great connections and influencing high-level conversations that ultimately help to grow their business with this complex market.
I want to emphasize something you said here, Tina. I advise my clients to be the best at whatever they do. Be innovative, carve out a niche, and to develop market eminence. And by that, I mean publish white papers, blogs, and do public speaking. I also encourage them to use their professional associations to highlight and share their knowledge and experience with others. So I'm very glad that you mentioned committee involvement. That is a great way to achieve that objective. In what ways should members hold their professional associations accountable?
Oh, that's another great question. Members should hold professional associations accountable to be an honest broker for all of their members. By that I mean to be unbiased and not favoring one corporate member over another. The association should give equal opportunities for all members to engage, and it should be ethical and transparent.
How do ethics and transparency play out in a highly regulated market like federal contracting?
Well, that's exactly why you need professional associations. Military and government have IT needs, and industry and academia have solutions for those needs. Professional associations provide an opportunity for conversations that are necessary for business to take place in an open and ethical forum.
So true. Tina, we need to take a break. I'm talking to Tina Jordan, Vice President of Membership at AFCEA International, about getting the most from professional associations. When we come back, we'll be discussing what not to expect from an industry association. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This Growth Masters Federal presentation is hosted by Shirley Collier, President and founder of Scale to Market. Scale to Market helps businesses think, plan, collaborate, and build market value by developing and executing customized, data-driven business development playbooks, building efficient information systems, and creating high-performing BD teams. Utilizing the proprietary Davy Business Development Growth Framework, Scale to Market partners with business owners and executives to increase their company's value by achieving profitable and sustainable growth in the federal marketplace. Email Shirley at scollier@scaletomarket.com to learn more about the Davy Growth Framework and how it can be instrumental in helping grow your federal contracting business. Back now to Shirley's conversation with Tina Jordan, Vice President of Membership at AFCEA International, as they detail the keys to maximizing ROI on your professional association membership.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were discussing ethics and transparency. The next question is, what should members not expect from a professional association in the GovCon industry?
They should not expect the association to do the work for them or to do their business development. Good professional associations provide great opportunities for the members to engage, but they should not lobby potential customers on a company's behalf.
I would agree with that. Tina, I mentioned ROI earlier. How can small businesses measure their return on investment?
Well, leads, meetings, contract wins, and increased revenues are several ways to measure ROI, but that's not all. There's long-term value for companies in establishing their brand and broadening their reach in the federal marketplace. That's a big ROI that should not be overlooked. You never know when you make a connection, when down the road, that connection is going to turn into a business opportunity. So when joining a professional association, small businesses need to have long-term as well as short-term goals and measures. And let me mention that, yes, companies invest in professional associations to grow their business. But when choosing which association to invest in, I would suggest looking for an association that makes a positive impact in the community as well. Again, I understand that the goal is about revenue and growth, but if you can increase your revenue while doing good in your local community, that's a win-win.
That's a great way to look at it, Tina. So how can associations help businesses impact their local community?
Well, for instance, as a nonprofit, AFCEA International has an education foundation which has several scholarship programs to support students pursuing degrees in science, technology, engineering, and math, the STEM disciplines, as well as a teacher grant program. And proceeds from AFCEA chapter events fund scholarships for students in the chapter's local community. Chapter proceeds also go towards teacher grants in schools and towards funding programs for wounded warriors. And it's not just about the money. Our members engage in their community through supporting high school robotics clubs and hosting hackathons and capture the flag competitions. And we also have chapter volunteers who mentor students in the STEM fields in their communities. So joining an association that gives back to its community is a great way to have a positive impact in a lot of ways.
In my experience, those community service activities can have a very positive impact on your business as well. You're helping to develop the next generation of employees, and this is especially important in a tight labor market. I would also add, Tina, that many businesses desire to be involved in community service, but they don't know how to get started. Through their professional association, they can easily jump in and participate in events that are in sync with their company's values without having to do all the groundwork to set up that initiative. As we wrap up here, Tina, what final advice do you have for small companies desiring to grow their businesses through participation in professional associations?
I would say do it. Determine what you would like to accomplish through joining a professional association. Research your options and join the professional association that will best help you to accomplish your goals. When you join, ask how you can make the most of your investment, and then engage and get started working towards those goals.
I agree, Tina. Professional associations play a key role in the success of government contractors in the complex, highly regulated, but opportunity-rich federal marketplace. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with our audience today.
Thank you, Shirley. It's been my pleasure.
Folks, if you would like to get in touch with Tina, she can be reached at tjordan@afcea.org. That's AFCEA.org. Or you can reach out to us here at Scale to Market, and we'll make sure you're connected. This is Shirley Collier, President of Scale to Market and host of the Growth Masters Federal Podcast, signing off for now. As we close, I want to thank you for joining us today and encourage you to connect with me on LinkedIn and visit our website, that's scaletomarket.com with the number 2 in the middle, where you will find our library of podcasts, webcasts, white papers, my blog, and other links and resources. While there, please leave us a comment or suggestion so we can stay focused on what's important to you. We'll see you next time.